So it's still windy, but this site is so much more protected than where we were before, and I think is just gonna lend to a much better quality of sleep and less risk of damaging my tent. Tara and I, come on this way, are off on our first walk on BLM, public lands, in what feels like a million years. I have been kind of stuck in Denver. My car, my tires, everything's just been having a lot of issues lately, and I just wasn't able to make it out of the city. So being back out here, weather aside, feels so good. Tara, let's go. As much as I've loved Denver over the last year and still love Denver, I always forget how good it feels and how much both of us, Tara and I, are just in our element out here until I actually get back out. And I think extra long spans of time between trips adds to that for sure. Okay, so I just rushed up here as fast as I could because we had like this crazy freak snow cloud blow through here, and I thought it was just never gonna stop. So I did in fact get Tara up here. I know a lot of you have questions about that, so I'll try to film it later or tomorrow when I get her back up here, because obviously it's only like 6 o'clock. She won't be up here all night. But as soon as I got up here, I realized two things. One, my Starlink is not working for some reason, so I need to go troubleshoot that. Two, all of my electronics are completely dead, like won't even turn on red battery signal. And I don't know what I'm having for dinner. That was three things. But while I figure that out and charge all of my electronics, I want to go ahead and take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Bluetti, for powering all of these electronics, my internet, my fridge, and everything else that we rely on out here on the road. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alexandria, we've heard this spiel. We know what you're going to say. Bluetti, it's great. It rocks. It's never let you down. And yes. But today we're talking about something new, something I haven't shared before and that I think is going to be a game changer, whether you're a car camper, an RVer, a van lifer, or just looking for some emergency power backup for your home. And that's the all-new Elite 200 V2 by Bluetti, an over 2,000 watt-hour power station that packs all of that juice into half the size of its competitors and even prior Bluetti models. Now, I'm no stranger to a solid power station, from the AC60 and B80 to the AC180P and now the Elite 200 V2 and all the other power stations that I have trialed in between. But after using the Elite 200 V2, there's truly no question in my mind which works the best for me and is my favorite by far. And that's not only because of the amount of power and small footprint that it packs it all into, but its durability as well. I'm someone who loves to think long term. I don't want to have to replace products every year or every couple of years, especially when you're spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Durability is everything. Bluetti has increased its life cycle count by over 100%, boasting 6,000 plus life cycles for an estimated 17-year lifespan. And I don't know about you guys, but I think I can count on one hand the number of things that I've actually owned for 17 years at this point. And I have few doubts that Bluetti is going to be one of those things in the next 17 years. In addition to its durability, it also has a maximum output of 2,600 watts with additional boost power available for those who need it, which means that you can power your internet, your fridge, your backup car jumper cables, which I have used more frequently lately than I care to admit, your laptop, a projector, and any other off-grid item that you could dream of. And this has come in handy for me not only on the road when I was living out there full-time in my truck, but now as a car camper, and last year when I was living in a building from the 1800s in Denver and my power went out constantly. Now, to charge your power station, you have a couple of options, of which I utilize all of them depending on the time of year and the conditions. A day like today, now the sun is of course out, but it was cloudy and almost snowing earlier. There were flurries in the air, which doesn't make it that ideal for solar charging. But when I got to camp, I wasn't worried at all, and that's thanks to the ability to turbocharge up to 80% in less than 1 hour from an AC outlet at home, and the addition of the Charger One to my car, which I installed a few months ago now and cannot wait to reintegrate into my rebuild when I tackle the back of the car in the next few weeks. The Charger One conveniently hooks up to your car's battery, charging off of alternator power while you drive. When you turn your car off, it'll go ahead and shut itself off automatically, but there's also an inline breaker for anyone who wants to turn that off, just in case you have battery issues like I do, and for added safety in case there were ever an electrical problem, keeping you, your gear, and your passengers safe. The best part about the Charger One, though, is that by going into the system settings, you can tailor your charging needs to your car and your Bluetti, which allows you to get over 6 times the input compared to a normal car outlet charger. Prior to the Charger One, I was pulling anywhere from 80 to 100 watts on the normal cigarette lighter. Now, I pull 520 to 560 watts, and my car never skips a beat. So whether you have a ton of car camping and off-grid adventures planned for this year, you're looking for backup power for your home, or looking for an addition to your van life setup, which is how I started with Bluetti, you can head down to the link in the description down below to learn more about the Elite 200 V2, the Charger One, and all of Bluetti's other power solutions, and enjoy an exclusive discount just for this community. And thanks again to Bluetti for sponsoring today's video. Alright, the temperatures are dropping so fast. I am going to try my best to cook something warm because I'm freezing. I just hope. Perfect. Thought that I forgot this for a second. Okay. I'm going to try to make something warm to drink because the rest of my food is not going to be that warm. Alright. I'm going to eat out of this pot because that is all that I have. But I do have this set. Go fast, get some water. Okay, that is really sad. I thought that I had like a hot cocoa or hot tea, and I don't. I have nothing other than coffee, which I don't want to have right now because I don't want to be up all night, but it is officially snowing behind me. I don't know if this is gonna focus, but it's snowing. And I have a feeling it's going to be snowing the rest of today. So I am going to heat up hot water to have hot water, I guess. I'm going to grab my food, put it in my bowl, and head upstairs. Oh, you're just the sweetest girl. Okay, so I know no one asked for this angle, but I don't know how else to shoot in here yet. So this is what we're gonna get. Dinner is cottage cheese and meatballs, and I have some hot water, so I don't have tea or hot chocolate behind you guys. I'm so glad that we ended our walk early because it is officially snowing out. It is May 14th, I think. Way too late in the year to be getting snow in my opinion, but that's Colorado. Ow, burning. Okay, dinner is done. The long sleeve is on. It's just a running shirt, but as I was putting it on, I was thinking, as I was putting it on and drinking my cup of water, hot water, I was thinking how this is probably the most unprepared I've ever been for a trip. And I guess if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it in like a luxury rooftop palace. But it's really crazy to me to think of how many adventures I've been on and how few things I've actually like forgotten or misplaced or not brought with me, and how successful I actually have been at doing these like crazy little mini adventures. And tonight is a harsh example of this. I left Denver this morning and it was already 70 degrees or 73 degrees at 9 a.m. And I had shorts, I had a tank top on, I was wearing sandals, and I knew obviously the mountains will be colder, but it is mid-May. And so I was thinking, you know, The weather was just 85 degrees yesterday. I saw people going backpacking and trail running and doing all this stuff. No snow out here, and really naively thought that I would be fine because of that. Did not look at the weather. And I've gotten many texts now from people who are in Denver about the crazy thunder, lightning, and rain that they've been having. And I've been hit by snow clouds like 3 times today. So unprepared, to say the least. Thankfully, I brought like a running shirt because I thought that I would need protection from the sun, which is hilarious now, because it is now my sleep shirt. And I'm glad that I brought my jacket because I would have been miserable. I honestly might have gone home. Real feel right now is 11 degrees outside. It is god awfully cold. The wind, the snow, I think there's just a lot of humidity in the air, so even though it's not actually that cold, it's like mid 30s, it feels miserable. But I can sit up. I ate my dinner and was able to sit inside of a sheltered area and not outside or in my driver's seat, which was cool. And now my Starlink is running. My laptop is charged. I have a little bit of work that I'm going to get done tonight, a little bit of homework because I decided to take some summer classes, of course, and maybe watch a movie. It's like perfect movie weather, I think. You gonna come out? Okay, ready? It's good. It's good. Okay, good girl. Okay, give me. Are you ready? You want some help? Huh? Do you want some help? Okay, let's go inside. I got you. It's not too hard. I am sleepy, but I honestly slept really well in here last night. Tara, of course, woke me up at like 5:45 wanting to get outside because she saw first light. So we are up. The wind is howling, but we actually slept really well in here last night. I just had a rumble blanket for her, which she like went down on the sheet. I tucked this over her. It's just like a down blanket. I was in my bag. I did wear my down like puffy just because it was a little bit colder than I expected. So I didn't have my normal base layers, but temp material actually held really well in the wind, and I never felt a cross breeze. I even left the window up here open, which it's vented right now and underneath the like outside cover, but there's still a breeze that comes through there, and I didn't feel the need to close it. Now, we didn't get snow last night, but the wind is making it exceptionally chilly. It got down to 11 degrees real feel last night, although it was, I think, still in the 20s. And it was colder than I was expecting for our first RTT trip. But now that we've very easily survived this, I know that with the proper gear, we could probably do this really comfortably even in the dead of winter, which is so exciting. I learned so much on this first trip, as short as it may have been, about packing, about how to use my rooftop tent, which feels very silly to say, but I've never owned one before, and so there are some quirks that I had to figure out. About power and how I might want to incorporate an extension cord or a way to get power up to the rooftop tent so that way I can utilize my Bluetti, not just in the car, but overnight as well. And just a great reminder at how important it is to go through all of your things before you hit the road so you don't forget stuff, which is a concept that is actually still pretty foreign to me because I'm just really used to having everything that I need with me out here. It was an uncomfortable night, not because of the tent. It was actually really quiet and peaceful up there, but I was cold. I wish that I had something warm to sip on at night. I wish that I'd brought like a small chair so that way I could sit up there in bad weather. But I truly anticipated spending most of my time outside. I did not think it was going to be this cold. I did not think it was going to be snow flurrying in the air and be a real feel of 11 degrees. So lessons learned, no bad weather within reason, just bad gear, and I will definitely come a little bit more prepared next time. All that said, I'm about to head home so I can prepare for another adventure out on a bike, which I'll be sharing with you all in a couple of days here. In the meantime, I hope that you all enjoyed experiencing the rooftop tent and the cold May weather of Colorado with me for the first time, and I hope that you're able to get outside this week. I'll see you guys all next time.